What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Kangaroo Black, coming back once again to talk about my Alabama Crimson Tide and the takeaways from Saturday's open practice. All right, me and Roll Tide and Rise Up talked about this last night on the live, but I want to talk about it one more time for you guys that didn't get to watch the live. Okay, so these are the takeaways from Saturday's open practice for Alabama. First thing he talked about was the quarterback position, just as everybody else is talking about. He talked about Jalen Milroe, Ty Simpson, and Tyler Buckner. First quarterback he talked about was Jalen Milroe, and he said Jalen Milroe will be the first quarterback on the field September the 2nd, but that doesn't mean he's the right guy for the job. All right. He says the athleticism is absolutely there. All right. Milroe shows his ability to get out the pocket and make things happen with his legs, but he is still way too inconsistent as a passer. I hope he done got better, at least got better than he was last season. My only thing with Milroe, don't make turnovers. Hold on to the ball. Don't fumble. Don't throw interceptions. Please don't do that. If they happen to name you the starter throughout the season. Okay, but let's go ahead and go. It says early on in practice, Milroe threw the ball that died 5 yards in front of the intended receiver on a flag route. Terrible. That is not good. But it didn't say whether he was getting pressured or not. He didn't mention that. Was he getting pressured? Or was he on the move and trying to throw the ball? He didn't mention that, so we don't know. I'm just going by what he said. And he said more often than not, Milroe elected to dump the ball off in the flat rather than going downfield. And like he said, he don't know if that was what he was supposed to do. You know, was he supposed to go through the progressions? Or was he working on going through his progressions and just dumping the ball off? Or what? He don't know. He just going by what his eyes saw. But he elected to dump it off instead of going downfield. But he says, he still don't think he has the passing ability to be the starting quarterback in 2023. So that's just his opinion. All right. We don't know what was going on the field. So maybe he was doing what he was told. Maybe not. Okay. Because he said he was in the booth looking down, at practice. And this article is on Fan Nation. And the reporter for this story is Austin Hannon. So these are his words. He talked about Ty Simpson. He says Ty Simpson wasn't perfect. He elected to throw the ball in a few tight spaces, and he had one interception. All right. But overall, his performance was far superior than Milroe's. Far superior in his opinion. All right. He said, for example, right after he threw the interception, he bounced back and delivered a perfect pass to Isaiah Bond for a touchdown. That's what we need, baby. You make a mistake, you leave it in the past and get over it, like Tua and Mac Jones did. That's what we need, okay? Not saying we need Tua. We need a Tua at quarterback or a Mac Jones at quarterback, because we don't have that. So that's why we're trying to go to a run-first offense. But anyway, he also said about Ty Simpson, to put the cherry on it, Simpson busted a run for a touchdown, fooling the defense into thinking he was handing the ball off. And guess what? He taunted the defensive backs on his way to the end zone. He got some grit about him. All right? And I love it. I love it. I don't know how Nick Saban will feel about him taunting the opposing defensive backs, but hell, I love it. I love it. So he had some good things to say about Ty Simpson. More good than bad, I'll put it that way. All right. Better things to say about Ty Simpson than Jalen Milroe. So, hey, it is what it is. That's why it's called the quarterback battle. The thing he said about Tyler Buckner, he made some throws. He missed some throws, as all quarterbacks do. But more importantly, he's new to the team, so you can expect that. This is only his third day at practice, okay? He got to get camaraderie with the receivers and the team, all right, on and off the field. All right, the team have to gain his trust, and he have to gain trust in the team, especially the wide receiver core and the offensive line. So there you go. All right, but anyway, he said he think it will be hard for Tyler Buckner to win the starting job since he joined the team so late, and I agree with it. I agree with it because he got to get the terminology down. All right. He got to learn the scheme of the offense. He got a lot to learn in a short amount of time. And I believe it's only 26 more days until the season starts. So, hey, it is what it is. And if I go by this right here, this article or this guy's opinion, I would say it will be Ty Simpson. Just my opinion. But like I say, and just like this guy said, Jalen Miro will be the one to take the first snap. All right. So I'm expecting to see all three quarterbacks in the first game against Middle Tennessee because that's basically a tune-up game. But we'll see what we really about at the quarterback position September the 9th against Texas. I'm telling you that right now. All right. He went on to talk about the running back room. I love what he said about the running back room. This could be the deepest group of running backs Nick Saban has ever had at Alabama. He talked about Jace McClellan. Jace McClellan looks even faster than he was on the 81-yard touchdown run against Texas. Roy Dale is finally healthy. You know, Roy Dale been banged up ever since he got that he tore his ACL. All right, they was primarily using him as a short yardage back last season. 3rd down and 1, 4th and 1, 3rd and 2, downs like that. So, but yeah, I don't think he only had like 200 and something yards rushing last season because, like I said, he was primarily used as the short yardage back. Okay, it says talked about Justice Haynes, true freshman. Says about Justice Haynes, there have only been a few running backs during Saban's tenure that have had an impactful playing time as an underclassman. He mentioned Mark Ingram, Trent Richardson, T.J. Yeldon, Derrick Henry, and Najee Harris. Saying about Justice Haynes, that's good company that to be in when it comes to an underclassman having an impact at the running back position for Alabama. And guess what he said? Haynes is going to play this season, and maybe a lot. Not saying we depending on Justice Haynes to carry the load, but guess what? It would be great if he can make an impact, an immediate impact in the running game. So Jace McClellan, Roy Dale, Justice Haynes, and I feel like we need to put Jamarian Miller in this rotation somewhere. And I ain't talking about the last back either. Because Jamarian Miller, he got some power about his running game. All right. So I love the way he run, and he's a physical runner. Okay, so I love Jamarian Miller. All right. Talked about Terrion Arnold, man. Terrion Arnold. Kool-Aid McKinstry is obviously the top cornerback on the depth chart. All right. But it's been who's next and who's going to play where. With the recent additions, many thought Arnold's spot in the lineup was potentially going to be someone else's. Not if he played like he played Saturday. All right. In this reporter's opinion, Arnold was all over the field. He made a couple of big hits in the backfield, broke up potential touchdown passes, and held his own with Alabama's electric wide receivers all day long. All right. If this open practice was any indication, Arnold would be absolutely opposite McKinstry this season at cornerback. Y'all know Terrion Arnold started as a freshman. All right. He didn't end the season, all right, as a starter, but he started as a freshman. He made some critical pass breakups, especially the one against Texas A&M, the last play of the game to seal the win. All right. So Terrion, they say he done got bigger. He's physical. Well, we already knew he was physical. He was physical last year, so, but Terry Arnold, I think he's going to be the starter at corner opposite of Kool-Aid McKinstry. I really do. All right, so that's what he said about Terry Arnold. Didn't say too much about the secondary, but I found another article by another reporter from Bama Central that talked about the secondary. All right, offensive line. He said offensive line is massive. Said the Tide's offensive line is as strong and dominant as it looks on paper. All right, but there's one thing you will never be able to say about it that is undersized. We got some big guys, man. We got J.C. Latham, 6'6", 335. Tyler Booker, 6'5", 335. Caden Proctor, 6'7", 354. Elijah Pritchett, 6'6", 312. And Seth McLaughlin, 6'4", 301. All right, smallest guy is the center. All right, and he's a beast too. Okay, and we got Olaus Olenin. He's standing about 6'6", 340. I mean, these guys are huge. The guys we picked up in the freshman class. And guess what? Caden Proctor is one of them at 6'7", 354. All right. So that is this guy's takeaway from Alabama's open practice this past Saturday. Okay. Then we got, like I said, another reporter from Bama Central, Joe Gaither. All right. The first thing I noticed he took away was the inconsistencies on the center seem to trickle into the wide receiver room as the Tide still has an issue with drop passes. Neither one of these guys really focused on the wide receivers. But my thing is, what's the issue with these guys holding on to the ball? All right. All receivers going to have drop passes, okay? But we had way too many last season. And I hope that we are better in this area, than last season, If we just get better, hell, that's an improvement. And that's what I'm looking for, improvement, okay? But he said it wasn't all negative for the offense on Saturday, man. Said the offensive line appeared to embody the physicality that Eric Wolford has been working to establish. Dominate the trenches, baby. We need that offensively and defensively. All along the offensive line, all along the defensive line. We need to be dominant. We need that physicality, plain and damn simple. All right? We need to put some of these defensive linemen on their damn backs. Defensive linemen need to put offensive linemen on their damn back. All right? Defensive linemen, get off your block. Get in the backfield. Call some plays, tackles for losses. Pressure the quarterback. Get on them. All right? Okay. This guy once again says, by my amateur eyes, the first O-line group, left to right, left tackle Caden Proctor, left guard Elijah Pritchett, center Seth McLaughlin, right guard Tyler Booker, right tackle J.C. Latham. If any weak link in this starting five, according to him, it's Elijah Pritchett at left guard. Okay, but we got somebody to replace him, which is Terrence Ferguson. Okay, so to some people, Terrence Ferguson is better than Elijah Pritchett. Some people, he's better than better than Elijah Pritchett. So it's all good, man. So we got somebody to replace him. But we'll see as the season goes on, or as fall practice continue to roll on toward the season. Says the Crimson Tide will lean on the offensive line and a stable of running backs in the early part of the season to establish the running game and take the pressure off the passing game. But anyway, the Alabama defense unquestionably won the day for those keeping score at home. Inside linebacker Deontay Lawson was lined up all over the second level and utilized throughout the day as an additional rusher. Lawson's speed through the middle may give Alabama the dominant linebacker that it has been looking for. And you're damn right, because Henry Toll was not dominant at all at the middle linebacker position, okay? Nick Saban, he's been speaking highly of Deontay Lawson. And Deontay Lawson showed flashes of being dominant last season. Okay. We said it last season, even though he didn't play that much, that he was better than Henry Told. Because guess what? When he was on the field, he showed that he was better than Henry Told at middle linebacker. So I think we got another dominant middle linebacker this season. All right. The likes of C.J. Mosley. Who else? C.J. Mosley. What's the guy that always got in trouble? Oh, number 10, he was a bad. Reuben Foster was a bad man. And Courtney Upshaw and all them guys. But anyway, we then had some dominant linebackers and looked like we got another one in Deontay Lawson. All right. And let's not forget about Jaheed Campbell also. I believe he's an outside linebacker, edge rusher, whatever. But we got some dominant linebackers. Deontay Lawson, Dallas Turner, Chris Braswell. Nick Saban spoke highly of Chris Braswell. All right. He will be a starter. So we got dominant linebackers. But anyway, then he went on to talk about the secondary. All right. The Crimson Tide secondary should also be commended for its strong play on Saturday as Terry Arnold, Kool-Aid McKinstry, and the defensive back blanketed the receivers and contested catches all afternoon. All right. When he say this, what came to my mind is, do we have an issue with our wide receivers again? Can't get separation? Are we going to have that same issue this season? I hope not. Lord, I hope not. But if this offensive line do their job, the running game do their job, hey, that'll open up a whole lot within this passing game. And you can believe that. And I think that's what Tommy Reese is trying to do. All right. Open that start out with the running game to open the passing game up. All right. And he's going to utilize the tight ends too. But anyway, it is what it is, man. Then he goes on to say it was just one practice. Alabama will have many more before kicking off against Middle Tennessee State University September 2nd. Things will change this fall. And that's a fact. Things will change this fall. You're going to see personnel changes by time game one comes around. Might even see personnel changes from game 1 to game 2. All right. So it is what it is. I have faith in all the coaches, Nick Saban, especially Tommy Reese and Kevin Steele. Got faith in all of them. All three of those guys. And if they got faith in their position coaches, then I do too. Okay, so Alabama Crimson Tide football is coming. And it's coming, and we coming fast. And guess what? We coming to dominate every opponent. Physicality on defense is back at Alabama. Physicality on the offensive line and the defensive line is back at Alabama. Okay? And you will see it this season. All right? Once we get this quarterback position straightened out, it's going to be hell on wheels, baby. You can believe that shit. So, that's all I got for right now. And tell me what y'all think about these takeaways. I know some people was going to talk about the wide receiver position and the quarterback position, but that's okay. That's okay. Work in progress. This is what fall camp is for, to get better. All right. So I'll talk to y'all later, and roll damn tide.